we're taking advantage, but it's a good thing for them and for us. They will pay us more often and we will feel good. Hi, I'm Zach. I've been a software developer for the last 12 years, and I've also been running a marketing and development agency for the last 7, in which we've been able to generate over $13 million in revenue for our clients. Today, I'm going to be talking about why in business you should always be the bigger person and why it ends up paying off in the end. So a little story about this. I had a family member that went to get their nails done. They went to this nail shop in particular instead of their normal nail shop because it was close by to their home and there was a deal that they saw. So they went there, and before they got started with anything serious, they of course double checked, is this the deal that I'm getting? This is what I want. This is how much I want to pay. They said, yeah, no problem. As I'm sure you can imagine, by the time they finished, suddenly the price was about 2.5 times more than what they said. And of course, then it becomes a debate. Well, actually, you wanted this. Well, no, but I double checked with you that this is what I'm getting. So on. I'm sure you can imagine what the conversation is like, because I think we've all kind of experienced that type of a thing before. I ended up being there and I was listening to this go on, and then suddenly they said one thing that made me just think, this is pointless, let's go, just pay the money, just don't come back, this is a dumb waste of time. And the thing that they said was, well, if that's not what you wanted, then we can just take it off. And I'm thinking, you want to be right so badly that you will actually take this product that has now been wasted back off the person's body in order to prove that you are right. Now, am I saying that you should give away free product all the time to every person? No, of course not. But in this case, I know the person. They just simply would not have gone if they didn't know that the price was going to be this instead of that. And they tried to double check in advance. But this nail shop owner or manager or whatever, they wanted to be right so badly that they would rather lose the money and lose the client and waste the nail polish or whatever it was than let the customer feel like they got something extra. They didn't want to be wronged. And while I understand that, like if they truly believed that this person was being dishonest with them, okay, but this was also the first time that the person was going there. How often is it that we run special deals to get customers in for cheaper? Now, who was right in the matter, I don't really care about. The family member was right about whether they were supposed to get the deal or not, or the manager or whatever was right about whether they weren't. I don't really care, because it's like we're talking about like $20 here. It's not really that important. The attitude, where turning a bad situation into a good situation would have been actually quite easy. So for example, one really easy way that she could have actually made the family member an ongoing customer, especially because it's close, could have been to say, well, you know what, it really was a misunderstanding. I understand that maybe you misunderstood, or maybe we didn't communicate clearly enough. But you know what, this time I can't do that full discount for you because we have costs, but I can meet you in the middle and we can get to here with that, and I can give you a discount this one time. I just can't do that much of a discount. And that would have been fine. That would have been very appropriate and would have made it a much more positive experience. Whereas now it's like, I'm never going back there. I can't stand that place. That person was so mean. That person was so rude. Saying that they'll take it back off my nails. What kind of business is this? It's just very short-term thinking. Now, of course, if you live in some neighborhood where people are coming by to scam you all the time, I suppose you'll have to take a different strategy. You can't do that there, but this isn't that kind of place, right? And so it's just a bad strategy. And now I don't know how many nail shop owners are listening into this video. I don't expect any, but who knows? But even if you're not a nail shop owner, you need to just get in that mindset of what's the best for the long term, as opposed to trying to like get mine on every transaction. You don't want to go to the opposite side and then start giving everything away for free as a loss leader for getting future business. You need to have a balance, but definitely don't have this short term, I want to have everything, I'm going to squeeze every penny out of this opportunity as I can. Even if you work in the same company as that person, you don't want to be there. You just feel bad working with people like that. Whereas people who are more generous and who try to give more end up receiving more in general in the long run anyways. Now, if you give away too much, it doesn't work. But if you give away some that you are known for being generous, people do end up reciprocating. Just don't give away everything you have. It doesn't work then. the system doesn't work then. Like one example that we see of this that works is lead magnets. If a lead magnet is of higher value and of higher value and of higher value, yeah, you are putting a lot of industry expertise that's going into this product. But think about what the person's mindset is going to be when they feel all the work that came through in this free product or this heavily discounted product. They see that you give this away for $10. What's your $100 thing like? That must be life-changing. And so if we just have that mindset of generosity, then it's just going to keep multiplying our business, and not just multiplying the business, but improving the retention. Just like a nail shop is a great place to get recurring business because women always want it done, and it's very high margin. At least the materials are very high margin. I don't know the economics around the labor for it. I don't imagine it's extremely high cost. But if they just had a good retention model, then it's a money machine, right? And yet, here they are wasting opportunities and doing things to mess up retention on a fairly high profit margin business. It just doesn't make sense. And we see things like this all the time in the different ways that people are handling aspects of their business, whether it's showing up on time, doing a little bit extra work, not necessarily always giving a better price, because I think that if you charge more, then people are going to value it more. But in this case, it was based on price in the first place. So then, of course, it always becomes a debate about price. So that's why I just don't even like getting to the price conversation if I can in the first place. But there's so many other aspects which I've covered in other videos that you can express more quality and put yourself above other companies by escalating the brand. It's just so easy to be generous, and you actually feel good while you're doing it, and people like working with you. They know that every time they work with you, they will have a good feeling afterwards. And that's even without just the quality of the product, but just the way that you treat them throughout the transaction. It's just so interesting. It's a way for us to kind of take advantage of our human nature of feeling good when we give things, but it's a good thing. We're taking advantage, but it's a good thing for them and for us. They will pay us more often and we will feel good. It's very interesting. Well, that's all for this rant. I hope you enjoyed something out of that, or maybe you got something out of it. Please let me know in the comments if you did. That's all for today. Thank you.